Diego Park in beautiful downtown San Diego. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, your San Diego
And on the mound for San Diego in this one, Germán Marquez.
He may not dominate, but he always keeps the club in the game. If you can score runs, you have a really good chance to win with him on the mound today.
About to get started here, Jung-Hoon Lee now at the plate.
Four-seam fastball.
And he'll one.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Ball. Four-seam fastball.
The 1-0.
Inside.
Here in San Diego and just getting started. Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball. Right through there. Got it. One out in the top of the first. Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
One out man at first. Luis Ariz stands in. And there's a foul ball.
Sinker. Low middle.
That one finds the zone. No balls, two strikes.
Low outside.
Line drive, base hit right center field. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The throw in, and he's safe. So it's first and third with one down.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Rafael Devers in the box now. Takes strike one.
Low inside.
No, inside.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Curve. Low inside.
In the dirt, blocked. No advance, good job behind the dish.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a foul out of play. That misses. Full count now.
That's a really good take.
Now there's a bullet down the line. And it's just foul. That was close. Line drive, base hit. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole.
Line, and that's a base hit. Ariz around third. Here's the throw. He'll score easily, and they take a 2-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Willie Adames stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Machado. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second, and they lead by 3. So here's Bayard. Out to short. And he beats it. He's safe.
The catcher, number 14.
So bases all loaded up. Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. And a foul ball.
Four-seam
Ramos
fastball.
on third.
High inside.
Adames over at second. Bader over at first with one away. Now two away as they get a run across.
Batting up, the first baseman, number 10, Casey.
Stepping in, Casey Schmidt. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. No swing. He held up. Carl Dixon with the call there. 2 on, 2 outs. And another ball.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing
Four-seam
forward.
fastball. Low outside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Brings it in for the third out. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Giants 4. The Padres coming to bat. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. We go to the bottom of the first. And today on the hill, Logan Webb. What should we keep an eye on here? Jake Cronenworth digs in now.
Second baseman, number 9, Cronenworth.
In the air, right field. Lee has a beat on it. And there's one down. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, this is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boo. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Ball 1.
One, 2 now. That
Ball.
one just misses. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that one did find the strike zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Manny Machado up to the plate.
At first baseman, number 15, Manny Machado.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That catches the top part of the zone. That is strike 2. Machado wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. And the strike is overturned after review. So they've still got both their challenges. The 1-1. Line drive, base hit right field. And that keeps the inning alive. Jackson Merrill, the next to hit.
Ball.
That's ripped into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Here comes Machado around third. The relay throw, but it's offline. It's 4-1.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. Right through there for a strike. Merrill at second with 2 down. Swing, and he popped it up. That is the inning. Padres with a run-scoring double. It's now 4-1. Top of the second, and digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Takes it in for the out. Chappie steps to the dish to take his cuts.
Inside.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Ball.
Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Four-seam fastball.
Well, Joe's an
High outside.
interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is.
No.
Feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. And that one is off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
The rise. In the box now. Take strike one.
Slider. Middle outside.
Liner snagged it first.
Up next to the Giants, the designated
And it's Rafael Devers in the box.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run. When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Sinker. Middle
Man
outside.
at second. He swings and fouls one off.
Slider. Middle inside.
Here's a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Slider. Low inside.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Sinker. Low
Man
middle.
on second, 2 down. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Circle change. Low inside.
In the air to left center. Laureano on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Giants 4 and the Padres 1. Back here at Petco Park, stepping in for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Bader gets under it. And there's one away. One out man at first. Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Ball one.
This one in the air center field. 2 away now.
batting ninth, the catcher.
Freddie Fermin, the next up for the Padres. On the ground. Oh, look at the stop. And that's a great play for the out. Padres lead one, and they trail it 4-1. Back here in San Diego, and digging in for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. Liner, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Willie Adames stands in. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Out front with the swing, and that is strike one. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog.
The underhand flip. There's one. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Harrison Bader, the next Giant to hit. Fouled off left side.
Sinker. Middle inside.
2 down, nobody on. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
That one fouled off.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Now the 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And down on strikes, and that'll do it. So the Giants lead one as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. And first offering is fouled off.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
And the 0-2. Popped up. Chapman under it. One away. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. He's 0 for 1. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
Right down to shoot, and the count is 0-2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout, but you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
On the ground to short, dives, but it kicks off his glove, and he'll just eat it. So that's an infield knock. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Next for the Padres, Manny Machado. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Out towards right center field. 2 down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jackson Merrill.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And first offering is fouled off. Ball 1 there.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal at second base.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. 1 left for San Diego, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Back here at Petco Park, and digging in for San Francisco, Casey Schmidt. Foul ball there.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
And he boots it. Still able to fire over, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Back to the leadoff spot of the Giants lineup. Jung-Hoo Lee getting ready to hit. In there for strike 1.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Ball
Well, the good thing so
outside.
far is that he hasn't issued any free
Four-seam
passes.
fastball.
Unfortunately,
High
they're
inside.
making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Sinker. Low outside.
Here's a 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That gets down for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, back in trouble, Boog, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
Tap foul at the plate.
Sinker.
Man at first, one away. Runner on the go. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul.
Low outside.
Ball one low.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Luis Arias digs in now.
Outside.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Four-seam fastball.
High leverage spot, and here comes the dangerous Rafael Devers. Out towards right center field, and that is that. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Giants 4 and the Padres 1. This is back here in San Diego. Stepping in for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts.
Ball.
And that's off the outside edge, and that's ball 2.
He hasn't wanted a challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Line drive, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat.
Ball.
That catches the zone for a strike, and 1-1. Line drive to short and caught. Here's Ramon Laureano, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Now that's smacked to right center. That's a base hit. Around second is Bogaerts. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
Ball 1.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. This one in the air, right field. Lee on the move towards foul ground. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. just a flare down that right field line, and he got it to drop in fair. I guarantee you, he was yelling, get down, as he ran out of the box because, boom, sometimes you just got to talk to it.
Next to hit, Freddie Fermin.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now 4-2. All set for the start of the inning. Their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
High outside.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Giants, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've seen how many line drive base hits they've been able to produce in this one. 6 to be exact, and they've all been pretty loud.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Little Tony on that fastball is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Stays alive.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
This one in the air, center field. Cronenworth should have this one. He's got it. And there's one away. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, David Morgan.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
And Elio 1. What a stop. Nicely done for the out.
Up next to the Giants.
And now Bader up to the plate.
High inside.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Laureano settles under it, and that is that. Giants go down quietly as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Jake Cronenworth. Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, these Padres doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out one time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
The 0-2.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-2.
Ball 2.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Flares it into the outfield. Dives, and it gets by. Around second now, as they still don't have it. And he's into third base with a leadoff triple.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate in Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 for 2. Puts a bunt down. Grabs it barehanded. Save! Almost made the play, but now it's a one-run ball game. No outs. Runner at first. Here's Manny Machado. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Runner on the go. Pitch is low.
No.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Couldn't have picked a better pitch to go on. It looked like he was going no matter what, but you steal bases so many times off the pitcher. You get that jump there, and if the catcher's great, he can make up the time, but if you've got good speed, he's not going to make it up.
He's got it. One away. So now with one away and a man at second, Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. And that one fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
In the air, left field. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. Tatis comes in to score. Tie ball game, 4-4.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Bogarts up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to third. Save. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there, stealing third base, probably caught him off guard a little bit.
Flips it, takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Well, the safety squeeze can be tough to defend, especially with a good runner at third. You can't risk trying to be overly aggressive and make a play at the plate and give up that easy out at first.
Foul ball. Sheets, 29 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2017. 2 down, nobody on. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third out, and that ends the frame. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. 5 innings complete. It's the Padres 5 and the Giants 4. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moments so far.
Si la prendo molotov, estamos aquí, todos los míos están go, todos los míos go.
Now here is Patrick Bailey.
The catcher, number 14, Patrick.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Curveball. Low inside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
That one inside. And the count 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
High middle.
On the ground, right side. Sheets steps on the bag. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The first baseman, number
Casey
10,
Schmidt, the next Giant to hit.
Curveball. Below middle.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Middle outside.
Got him. And there's 2 away.
But take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Middle inside.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Four-seam fastball. High
Here's the
inside.
0-2. In the air, right field. Reaching down, makes the catch. Giants down in order. Still down a run. It's 5-4. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Landon Root. This is his first appearance of the season. Laureano comes up to hit. Ripped, but it curls foul. Close, but call the ball. And the count is 1-1. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Matt Gage, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Miller, the power lefty, up as well. And a 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now here is Nick Castellanos.
Ball 1.
Laureano on the move. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Really nice swipe at second right there. He knew he had to get a really good jump on the pitcher because that catcher can make up some time, man. Such a good catch and throw guy behind the dish. Nice job right there, but he just beat it.
Man at second. And he hits a ground ball right side. Arise. The throw to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. Freddie Fermin, the next up for the Padres. Puts a bunt down. The flip. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. 1 for 3. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Grabs it on the run. That is the inning. We're through 6 full. It's the Padres 6 and the Giants 4. This is a sign from the crew chief. We are officially in a rain delay as they'll put the tarp on the infield and hope this one passes quickly.
Well, the goal is to resume play within the hour, so that leaves these managers with a bit of a decision. And will they be able to keep their pitchers in the game or not? So we'll have to see on the other side, folks.
Chapman, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1.
No.
Slider. Below middle.
Next offering in there for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Sinker.
The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. David Morgan won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. New pitcher now, Adrian Morejon.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
The rise, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And a swing and a miss there.
Middle outside.
Got him. Now 2 out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I'll tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Devers in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches.
And he can't make the play.
Up next for the Giants, the left fielder, Elliott.
So a man at first. Here's Elliott Ramos.
Sinker. Low outside.
Clips the outside corner. 0-2 now.
Middle inside.
Hit on the ground to short. Bogarts fields it cleanly. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. 1 left for San Francisco. And the score remains 6-4. Bottom of the 7th. So here's the Padres DH, Fernando Tatis Jr. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive.
Number 13, Manny.
Here comes Manny Machado.
Ball.
Man at second. Runner takes off for third. Pitch in for a strike. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with a stolen base. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. It wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
The 1-1. Puts a bunt down. Schmidt handles, throws to first, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Jackson Merrill steps to the plate in a clutch situation. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. 2 down. And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Runner at first with 2 away. Gavin Sheets, the next up for the Padres. The 0-1. Bogaerts on the go. There's a ball.
Down low.
Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. Man on second, 2 down. And a foul ball. 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 8th inning coming up. It's the Padres 7 and the Giants 4. Back here at Petco Park, we go to the 8th. Willie Adames now at the plate, and that one is lifted in the air. Castellanos has a beat on it, takes it in for the out. Here's the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That's down. Ball 2.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Ball 3.
Sinker. Low middle. Slider. Middle outside.
Downstairs, and that's ball 4.
Up next to the Giants, the catcher, number 14, Patrick.
So man aboard, Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit.
Sinker. Low outside.
Mora home.
No,
goes
outside.
5 feet 11 inches, 27 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Just
that's
missed.
Sinker. Low middle.
Swinging a foul straight back. Bader over at first with 1 away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That's too low. Ball 3.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And a payoff pitch. Got him swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Pretty close, but it was a ball. 1 challenge remaining for them now.
Sinker. Low outside.
The 1-0.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across, because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, get a lockdown closer ready to come in.
Merrill settles under this one. Brings it in, and that is that. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Padres 7 and the Giants 4. This is back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Eric Miller.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. That's strike 1. Swings through that.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
That's hard hit in the line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second, and he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Now, Nick Castellanos. He's trying for third. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. It's a bullet. It's not close. He's a dead duck at third. And that's downstairs. And the count's even at 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And now the count filled up 3-2. This one in the air right field. It falls in, and that's a knock. And that's a one-out single. And he'll reach second with one away. Here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin. That's in there, and that's strike one. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move.
Ball.
Pitch misses. Throw down, and he's out, and that wasn't close. Two down, nobody on. This to center field. Bader sizing it up. Nice grab on the run. And that is that. Ninth inning coming up. The Padres out front 7-4. Last chance coming up for the Giants. Back here in San Diego. Ron Marinaccio gets handed the rock out of the pen. He's making his second appearance of the season. Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, guys pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
Chapman stands in now and watches strike one.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. The Padres trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and they cut the lead to 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Luis Arias, the next Giant to hit.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Late swing, foul to the left.
Circle change. Low outside.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
You know, varying speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Devers in the box now. Takes strike one. And a swing and a miss.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Giants down to their final out. So up next, Elliot Ramos. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. To the right side, Cronenworth. And that is the ball game.
Trailing by 4 runs can be pretty tough, especially when there's good pitching on the other side. But these players just kept fighting. They never gave up. And that's why they got back in the ball game and came away with the win in this one.
A 7-5 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Someone call a paramedic. I'm on fire. We don't get together, then we all die. They ain't feeling sympathetic for the small guy. I don't think I'ma regret it when the cars fly. Ain't nothing really like it used to. We got neighbors up like a rooster. It's a rooster, help me see the future. I believe in karma, so let's do some. I know you cooped up. I know that LA running, I'll call a Uber. I know that LA weather got you confused, but when you walk in my house,